On August 12th last year, the alternative right organized a Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, to show its support for preserving Confederate monuments. The rally turned violent after white nationalists chanting racist slogans clashed with counter-demonstrators. Many identify themselves as Antifa, an abbreviation for anti-fascists. In his film Alt-Right Age of Rage, Adam Lough documented the rally and the violence that led to the death of counter-protester Heather Heyer, who was run down by a car driven by a neo-Nazi supporter. He says various factors, the economy, immigration, even feminism, has fueled much of the anger in the alt-right movement.
The idea of white identity and there being a crisis in the country that white people are being pushed to the back of the line, so to say, by people of color, by immigrants, by Muslims, and in a big way by women.
In his film, Lough shows how white nationalist social media has bolstered the alt-right and how the movement was emboldened by President Trump's controversial comments regarding alt-right violence in Charlottesville.
We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. On many sides.
It came to a head with Charlottesville when he at first refused to even condemn the violence and claimed that, both sides were evenly guilty.
Lough also looks at the leadership of the alt-right and their role in the growth of the movement. Among them, Richard Spencer, who coined the phrase alt-right in 2008. Another white nationalist, Jared Taylor, wrote the book Racial Consciousness in the 21st Century and advocates for the creation of an ethno-racial state.
Jared Taylor is very much the godfather of the alt-right and of modern white nationalism. He has an incredible influence amongst that group of people.
The documentary also looks at the Antifa, a combustible mix of activists who have become the nemesis of the alt-right.
Antifa is on the polar opposite end of the spectrum from the alt-right. They're far left, hard left. Antifa runs the gamut from your garden variety socialist to a more extreme communist.
As far as I'm concerned, you pick this fight, now fight.
Lough says long-simmering socioeconomic forces have given rise to extreme ideological differences, spelling the end for the moderate middle. Sooner or later, he says, proponents of the alt-right on one hand and the Antifas on the other are set on a collision course. Penelope Poulou, VOA News, Washington.